What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and the Quinton Simon case went from a missing persons case, and then it quickly changed into a true crime case, and now apparently it's also a paranormal investigation, because people are now claiming that they saw Quinton Simon's ghost on a live stream yesterday. They are saying that Quinton Simon's spirit was caught on camera running outside of his house. Now, usually, I don't make videos like this, but so many people are sending me over this video and this clip, wanting me to react to it, so I figured, you know, what the heck, let's do it. Because it's not like law enforcement is giving us any useful information or anything to work with here. So let's just go ahead and check out this footage. Now, to give you a little bit of backstory about myself, I do believe in the paranormal and the supernatural. Like, I believe in aliens. I think you have to be closed-minded to think that we are the only living sentient beings in the galaxy, in the universe. You know, and during the beer bug, while we were all on lockdown, the U.S. government actually released a lot of documents and confirmed that UFOs are real. And they even released videos of it. And it was weird because no one even cared. We were going through so much else, you know, as a society as a whole around the world, that everyone just turned a blind eye to the fact that the government came out and was like, hey, everyone, aliens are real, just let you know. It's like they did it at an opportune time while everyone was preoccupied with everything else. But I believe in aliens. I believe in spirits, ghosts. I used to be really interested in like paranormal investigations and stuff. And I even thought about making a paranormal investigation YouTube channel. I even did a couple of videos. Now, I'm not scared of like going into haunted locations and things like that. The only thing I'm scared of is bringing bad energies and spirits home. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll go into a haunted house. I'm fully prepared to see something crazy and whatnot, but I don't want to bring none of that stuff back home to my house. And if you watch enough horror movies, you know when you mess around with the spirit world, it's not always a good thing. And, you know, I don't like to play around with that stuff. I don't mess around with the Ouija boards and all of that stuff because I think people should be careful dealing with the spiritual aspect in the spiritual realm, if you will, because you never know what forces you are really messing with. But before we get into this clip, I want you all to make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you can be notified of all of the real updates in this case, and you can be notified if any other ghosts are spotted during this case. And also hit that like button down below. It helps the channel and it helps the video in the algorithm. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this clip. And before I even give you my thoughts about it, after you see this clip, I want you all to let me know what you think. Is this Quinton Simon's spirit, or is there a more logical explanation for this?
I do. 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 I do.
Okay, whoa. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of sent shivers up my spine. When I was sent this clip, I figured it would be like just a little light orb floating by the camera. You know, the typical stuff you see in like, you know, the ghost hunters and stuff on Sci-Fi Network. But damn, whoa, that looked kind of weird. I know that sometimes your mind sees what it wants you to see, especially when you're already looking for something. But I'll be damned if that didn't look like a little spirit toddler ghost running out into the street. And, you know, I hate when there's like sightings of things and people come like, every time there's a sighting of a UFO, and I know we're talking about UFOs a lot in this video, But people will try to explain it like, no, it's swamp gas. You know, that's a hot air balloon that they forgot was floating in the sky. You know, they come up with those stupid explanations when you all know, like, oh, that's probably a UFO. So I don't want to be one of those people that tries to explain this situation away. But I do think we all have to think about the fact that there are tons and tons of lights out there. And I'm not a lighting expert per se, but I do have some experience working with lighting on the photography I used to do and working on making videos and stuff like I used to do. So I can say that lighting will cause things like this to happen. There's so many different glares. There's so many different things for lights to be glaring off of. And out there, we got people walking around, literally walking around with ring lights attached to them. You got ring lights all over the place. You got disco balls. You got floodlights. You got headlights. You got police lights. You got flashlights. You got strobe lights. You got laser pointers. I mean, any type of light you can think of. You got lanterns. It's all out there. And sometimes when you're recording something, those glares will be recorded in a different way than what you will see with the naked eye. So you could be looking with the naked eye and you won't necessarily see that, but a camera might pick it up. Also, there's people out there vaping and there's, you know, smoke going around, exhaust pipes. So, I mean, there may be a logical explanation for this, but I'm not going to automatically write it off, okay? Because it does look creepy. But then again, like I said, I went in looking for a toddler and I left out feeling like I saw a toddler. Now, if someone just was like, hey, to an average person, watch this video and tell me what you see, would you have really seen anything? That's the difference. You know, when you go in expecting to see something or looking for something, then it's always easier for you to make out. Kind of like one of those paintings or those pictures that play tricks on you. And you might look at it for an hour and not realize that there's multiple images within the image, or there's a bunch of images that are really creating a bigger image. So it's one of those situations where when you know what you're looking for going in, maybe it's easier to spot, as opposed to if someone was just going in blindly and you were just like, hey, look at this clip on my phone and tell me what you think. And they didn't know what they were looking for. Maybe they wouldn't see what we see, but I'll be damned if that doesn't look like a little spirit toddler running into the freaking street. And that scares me, especially considering the fact that we've heard from multiple people in the area that Quinton used to run into the street and he would be playing in ditches and running around that neighborhood. And people thought he was going to get hit by a car multiple times. So, yeah, creepy, right? It's definitely creepy. I'll say that. So, I know a lot of people probably watch this video expecting me to write this off. But, I mean, I keep an open mind to everything. And I will say that this looks weird. But also, like I said, keep in mind that there are just tons of lights out there. So, it could literally be anything. But what I'm really interested in is hearing from you all. Do you all think this is a spirit? Do you all think this is lights and glares? Let me know down below. And if any of you have ever worked with lighting, let us know how you feel about this down below. Because, like I said, I'm not an expert with it, but I've toyed around with it and I've toyed around with different cameras. And I know that sometimes, you know, weird things like this can happen. But, if it's a glare, it's a glare that looks like a little kid running for sure. And that's scary. But let me know your thoughts down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.